Hey, it's your boat guy here with a valuable video, 5 keys to the right boat insurance. I interviewed an insider in the boating insurance world, and I wanted to share that insight with you to make sure that you get the right insurance policy to protect your boat. So let's jump right in. The first piece that you need to consider or the first area you need to make sure that your boat insurance has is an agreed value piece of it. You need to know if there's a claim, how will they value the boat? Will they value it based on what you paid? Or will they value it based on the market at the time of the claim? So most marine insurance companies are going to value it based on the amount you pay. So full replacement value. If you bought a $100,000 boat, they're going to give you $100,000 to go out and rebuy that same boat. Versus other policies, which may come from your homeowner's policy, somebody that's not in the marine world will value that boat at, let's say, $75,000 a year or two after, based on the book value or the market value of that boat versus the replacement value. Okay, so understand how they're looking at the coverage. And what's interesting to know is most of the time the policy premiums are identical. So it's not going to cost you more to get better coverage. It's just a matter of finding the right insurance company that has these coverages. The next area is your parts and labor rate. If there's a claim, how much will they pay the shop to fix it, and what type of parts will they allow them to buy? Some insurance companies are going to have a set amount that you can only pay $75 an hour for service work, and you can only spend this much on parts, which may not allow you to have your boat worked on at your preferred service shop, and it may not allow your preferred service shop to get factory OEM parts, and instead use sometimes an inferior part that's less expensive for the insurance company. Now, again, most marine insurance companies are going to pay the market shop labor rate at a certified a dealership or mechanic, somebody that's proven that they're certified, and they're going to allow them to use OEM replacement parts or recommended parts, which are typically going to be a higher quality, more durable, and give you a better long-term experience. The next area is salvage coverage. If your boat sinks, who's going to pay to clean it up? God forbid it happens. It's sitting on the lift. The bilge pump goes out. For some reason or another, your boat is underwater. Who's going to pay to raise that boat, to get it out of the water? But not only that, to handle the environmental spill of the gas and the oil and the fluids that are your responsibility as the boat owner on most bodies of water, to be responsible for cleaning that up. So who's going to handle all that, and who's going to handle the expense? Some insurance policies have a coverage, some do not. Some have limits on the amount that they will cover. And understand, it could be in the tens of thousands of dollars depending on where you are, the size of the boat, and the type of environmental cleanup that needs to be done. So what got in the water, and what are your local requirements on cleaning that up? The next is towing reimbursement. Now, this can be on the water or on your trailer. Both of them should be explicitly laid out, and you want somebody that's going to have towing coverage, that if you break down in your trailer, they're not going to make you leave your boat sitting there. They're gonna pay and cover to have your boat towed to a safe location where it can then be worked on, or can be moved at a later date to someplace where it can be worked on. Same thing on the water. Most marine insurance companies understand that a boat is a different situation than just leaving your car sitting on the side of the road. They're going to say, we not only pay for it, but we want you to have your boat towed in to a safe mooring location. So that towing reimbursement, how does it handled, and how much are they going to pay if you do get in a situation where there's a tow? So some of the tow companies on the water, it's going to be $300, $400, $500, $600 to be towed in, or more depending on where you're stranded. On land, again, it can get very expensive, and your coverage should have you covered on that. And again, in most cases, it's not going to be more expensive for that type of assurance. You just need to make sure it's in there. And then one that's important is speed of approval. How quickly are they going to approve your claim? Some insurance companies are going to have a red tape and a approval process and bureaucracy that you have to go through. Others, especially in the marine industry, are going to have a kind of common sense approach where they're going to say, listen, if a certified mechanic, if a certified technician says this is what needs to be done and here's the estimate and it's under a certain level, typically $10,000 to $15,000 or so, they're going to say go ahead and have it repaired. We don't need to have an adjuster get out there to inspect it and to double check the technician. We're going to assume if they're certified, they know what they're talking about, they're using the right parts, they're doing everything that they should be, honest and ethically and professionally, and just get it done because we know you have a short boating season and we want you to get out on the water as soon as possible. That speed of approval, understand what does the claims process look like. I've heard story after story of people missing out on an entire boating season because of an insurance claim that was hung up in that bureaucracy, and their boat was sitting in the yard for months and months and months as the warm weather went by and the cold season approached, and then they lost an entire season. So that's a key piece of it. So what did we talk about? We talked about the areas of coverage that you need to make sure you have. The biggest one to me is the agreed or replacement value versus a book value or market value. And I've had situations where people have had a major catastrophe happen in the first year of boat ownership, and when they have the right policy, they come out great. They have no issues at all. On the other side, they have the wrong policy, and it costs them tens of thousands of dollars to get the same exact boat to replace it. That's a key one. I'm also, the speed of approval and the claims process is a very important one for almost everybody. The parts and labor, the salvage coverage, the towing reimbursement, make sure that you know what those are, you know how it will impact you if you have a claim. And again, in most cases, you're going to pay the same, maybe even a little bit less to get better coverage from the proper marine insurance provider than you would if you just tack it onto your homeowners, your auto policy, or your generalist insurance companies that are out there, just because they don't know the marine world the same way that the marine insurance lenders do. So I've got a special offer for you. If you're interested, you can get a free personal boat insurance report. Just click on the link down below and tell us about the boat you're looking to buy or the boat you currently have. We'll do a free personal boat insurance report for you and let you know what it could look like in your situation. Thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, if you found this valuable, give us a thumbs up, make a comment, ask a question down below in the comment section, and we will go through and answer those and likely make a future video that answers some of those questions as well. Thank you very much.